Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching NYYANKEE Mania, the best. Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching NYYANKEE Mania, the best. Hey, everybody, it's
And good evening, everyone. Thank you, Iron Eagle. Back to back to back. How's it going? Good evening. Wow, what a day. The Yankees took my advice with the impasse. My last short, which came a couple hours ago, I said enough's enough, and let's get this going. Let's get the show on the road. And they did take my advice, and so it looks like Cody Bellinger is now going to be officially an ex-Yankee. I knew something was happening in the late afternoon. I got this huge, like this pounding on my head, and I knew it had something to do with the Yankees because I had nothing else on my mind except the Yankees. And for that to happen, well, I knew it. And now they are focusing their efforts on Bo, and Kyle Tucker is back in the picture. So we're going to talk about it, everyone, and we're going to dissect what is going on. And greed overtook being logical and wanting to play for the New York Yankees. So you join Scott Boras, this is what you get. So good, good hopes to Bellinger, but at the end they became very greedy. You do not. He is a good player. He really is a good player. He's no Aaron Judge. He's no Mookie Betts. He's not even Pete Alonso. I'm sorry. Hitting wise, he looked like garbage in the playoffs. He didn't do anything in the playoffs. And I'm not bashing him because he's leaving the Yankees. He deserves his kudos. He hit 29 home runs. A lot of them were big home runs. He saved the season with a great catch against the Mets. It wouldn't surprise me if he went to the Mets. It really wouldn't at this point. Scott Boras, unless the Yankees are playing a cat and mouse game again with him, I don't know. But something, not right there. Not right. Yeah, how you doing, Cruise Control and Benji and Katie? Katie, I put a short out a little while ago that they got into an impasse and say goodbye to Bellinger. So I'm the first one to say I was definitely wrong, but I was wrong because thanks to Boris for being greedy. And he is not worth 35 to 36. If the reports are right, he is not worth 35 to 37 million dollars a year. If you're going to give him more than the Golden Boy, then something really is wrong with this world. He deserves no more than 27 to if you want to be nice and touch 30. But when you get into that ridiculous 30 and then 35 million. And then you want 7 years at 31 years old. Are you out of your mind? So they're going to do that. They were going to give them 30 million for whatever years. Do the same thing with Tucker, and Tucker wants to try an AV like that and opt outs for let's say 3 years. Then do it. And they're going to focus maybe on Bo. Maybe that was the grand plan altogether. Well, we're going to get some words of wisdom because I'm going to bring up Sean Browning, our almost everything here, a co-host here on NYYANKEE Mania. He's nice enough to join us, and he's too small. There he is. And how you doing, man? I put out a short about the impasse. I knew something was happening, Sean. My head was pounding, but it was a different type of pounding, and I knew that it had to do with the Yankees. So it strikes again. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. And look,
Oh, and by the way, before you say anything, didn't get a chance to tell you yesterday in the membership. Thank you so much for the super chat. That was so kind and so generous. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, no. The whole thing is, I must say this: no one should be saying that how this cheap, that how can afford, um, or whatever narrative they're gonna come out that why we don't get Bellinger. No, look, when you offer a player who's been inconsistent in his career year to year, 30 million a year AAV for about 5 years, that's not a cheap deal. That's not a lowball deal. As Joe was saying, Boris was being too greedy. Because we all know, I mean, yes, Cody Bellinger won MVP in 19. But look at his years since then. Up until last year where he had a good year, a career year. There were down years or he was injured. You're telling me that we should pay 37 million for 7 years for a player who has up and down year to year?
No, listen, I agree with you. But I totally agree with you. As much as I wanted Bellinger, and I still, in my heart of hearts, still believe, he went to Boris and says, make me a Yankee, keep me a Yankee. But he saw, he was, Boris was consistent. 35 million, 36 million, 37 million. And he knew the way the new Yankees operate. The Yankees weren't going that high. Listen, they went that, he thinks, what does he think? He's Juan Soto? I mean, give me a break, please. Bellinger, look in the back of Bellinger's cards. Yes, he does bring a lot to the table. He X's a lot of the boxes. But look, he's had years that he struggles to hit the ball in the outfield. I never heard of that with Juan Soto. I never heard of that with Mookie Betts. I never heard of that with Aaron Judge. And Aaron Judge is what, making $32 million a year?
He's making 40 million a year.
Oh, he's making 40. All right, whatever. But it's still.
But yeah,
there's no way in heck that you're going to tell me that Bellinger deserves $37 million. That's insane. What is baseball coming to? That's why you got to go on strike. The owners got to lock them out. I'm sorry. I mean, this is ridiculous now. If this doesn't show you that this is out of whack, then nothing will.
Right.
The players deserve not to get paid. I'm sorry, but it's getting to that ridiculous state.
Yeah, and I mean, there's only a few unicorns in the game today. Cody Bellinger's not one of them.
No, not at all. I mean, enough's enough.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
And trust me, I wanted Bellinger back. I liked having Bellinger on the team. I know that the chemistry around Bellinger, he was fabulous. But yeah, I'm not. If the Yankees walk away, call their bluff, and he ends up somewhere else, I'm not mad. And like I said, I don't want to hear people try and say that Howe's cheap. Look,
that we're going to make a statement right now, Sean. Do not come on this show and say that Steinbrenner was cheap with this contract wherever he signs, because I will not accept it. I won't accept it, and no other staff member is going to accept it. This one, we're on the Yankees side 1,000,000%. And if you're not, then there's something wrong. Listen, right. I'm all for everybody to make every dollar they can. I'm all for it. But when you get to a ridiculous state, I'm sorry. That's why we're headed for a lockout. It won't be a strike, because the players are pampered. They're babies. There's going to be a lockout. That's what's going to happen here. And they're going to and I'm telling you, yeah, everybody's going to get hurt, but the players are going to get hurt because you know why? The owners are still going to make money. They have other revenue. The players have baloney because all they know is baseball. They think they're smart, and some of them are very stupid. And I'm not afraid to say it either.
Right. And then, what I'm also gonna say is when the Yankees pivot, and you know Boris and Bellinger, don't come off their high horse and come back. Look, if they pivot smart. Get 2 bats to help protect Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton in the lineup. At least 2 bats. If that's Tucker and Bo, fine. If that's Tucker and Hayes, fine. But 2 bats. 2 right-handed bats that can hit lefties, be consistent, and give Aaron Judge protection. Because we know how they're going to pitch to us in the regular season and the postseason. They're going to be careful with Judge. And then they're going to go aggressive against everybody else. But you add them protection, and we know that with Giancarlo, at some point he's going to get hurt. And always, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he gets us.
I don't think it's a dark cloud around the team right now. That's for sure. We just have to Well, let's see what the fans have to say. There's a lot of in the chat. I don't want to ignore them either, Sean. So
I hear you.
Michael said it's about time the Yankees move on from Bellinger. This back and forth has been going on for too long. He clearly wants to leave, so let him go. And I say to that, I don't think he really wanted to leave. He has bad advice, ridiculous advice from Scott Boras. Thank you, Michael, for that. I'm seeing new people here. Please subscribe to the show. We really appreciate it. Press that like button and subscribe. We did add this show because you wanted it. Everybody, you wanted it. We weren't coming on tonight, but you did emails to me. Please, Joe, come on. There's we want to talk Yankees, and that's what I'm doing. So please give us a few subscriptions tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. Sub. Christopher Islanders, Spencer Jones, the Martian, Trent and Judge. That's their outfield. For now, yeah, it would only make sense.
But hey, if Tucker, let's say we got Austin Hayes, and I'm just saying, and we brought up Spencer Jones, we wouldn't lose much. That's most of what offense that we would get from Cody Bellinger. But let's say we get Kyle Tucker, and then we move on Dominguez for a high-end reliever. I'm fine with that.
Okay. RC Cola. A lockout should stay in place until there's a ceiling and a floor. It makes the NFL and NBA better than MLB in terms of spending. Yeah, I agree with that. Bryce. Hello, Bryce. Shout out to Nitin for the shout out on Instagram today. Really appreciated it. Thank you, Nitin, once again. You got it. Let's go up to Kathy's back. How you doing, Kathy? How's it going? Happy New Year to you and your family. It's time the Yankees pivot. I wanted Bellinger, but it's too much. He has made us wait too long. No lockout. It's Boris that ruined this for all of us. Well, it ruins it for the clients. There's no question about it. Absolutely. Austin Hayes and Miguel Andujar get both, if no Tucker and or Bellinger or Bruchette. Yeah, I agree. Kathy says no Austin Hayes. Wow. Kathy, can you give us a reason why you don't like Austin Hayes? We'd love to hear it. Hey, Katie, our girl Katie's here. Good point, RC. Good point. Okay. And I believe Katie had another statement up here. I want to I don't want to not address it. Let's see where it is. Here we go. I just read the article about Bellinger. I really wanted to see him back on this Yankee team. We all did, Katie, and all we were doing was rah-rahing it. But when he stepped in with Scott Boras, that was the end of the rope. I don't think you could come back from this, and it wouldn't surprise me if the Yankees make a quick signing now. That really wouldn't surprise me. Would it surprise you, Sean?
No, it wouldn't, because I mean it's happened before. Remember, we probably had when Soto made his decision immediately after it was announced that we signed Max Fried. We were probably already working on that deal, regardless of what Soto decided.
Yeah.
But and then we quickly pivoted to getting Bellinger soon after. So Cashman's known to work quick.
Yeah. John C., welcome to the program. Trade some prospects for Screwball, but only if Screwball will sign an extension. Well, here's the thing. If he wins his arbitration, he's as good as gone, because that raise is going to be ridiculous, and Detroit's not going to put up with it.
Yeah, and he's asking for $32 million. That's what he
Right.
filed for. $32 million versus the 19 that the Tigers filed.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference.
And then the other thing about extension, the Yankees hardly ever do extensions, and the last couple of times we've done that, we got burned by both of them.
Yeah. Michael has upgraded Cashman's power. Austin Hayes is if the Yankees sign him, would be a Walmart acquisition, which is much better than where he's been shopping lately. He's the best. Hey, Travis, how you doing? Hey, the chef is here. What's up, everyone? Good to see you doing a triple play today. Love you guys. Well, thank you, chef. I guess you heard the news that remember what I said on my one of my shorts today. It's about time that the Yankees just say it like it is, and they did it, and I got a headache to prove it. I got a huge bang on my head, and I knew that was coming from the New York Yankees. Believe me, I could tell the difference. I knew something was going to happen. Good. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What I was going to say is, when that leak came out that the Yankees offered north of $30 million AAV, I was like, yeah, the Yankees about to pivot.
Yeah. Oh, no question about it. And the thing is, the Yankees stayed in there and they stayed engaged quietly with Bo and possibly now with Tucker, according to Ken Rosenthal. So let's see how that goes.
Right.
T-Road, how you doing, my boy? How's it going? T-Road, how do you feel about no more? Doesn't look like Bellinger's going to be a Yankee. What are your feelings on that? Michael, again, at least Hayes is an established major league player who has some success, and he's been in a winning culture. Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. That does mean a lot. And
Hayes is a Red Sox killer.
Yeah, and that's something that the Yankees used to do years ago, as I said in past shows, that they get players that beat the teams that they need to beat, and that's a method for success. Let's see, cruise control. Right-handed bats are needed. Yeah, now definitely. With that, even without Bellinger, because you're still gonna put in a Dominguez. You're still or Spencer Jones. Right now, if we really think about it, Yankee lineup, I guess we have to put up with Trent Grisham as the leadoff guy, right, Sean? And then I guess we're going to go Judge. The number 3 hitter is going to be very interesting. Who are they put number 3 right now? Would they put Spencer Jones? Would they put I doubt they'll put Dominguez. This is a hard Yankee lineup to gauge right now.
Right. So
It's too up in the air.
yeah. So right now, if we were to field a hypothetical lineup, right, for a game with what we got now, I would either do Grisham or Dominguez lead off if we were playing Dominguez. Aaron Judge, obviously number 2. Ben Rice.
Yeah, I forgot about Ben Rice. I'm sorry about
Okay.
that.
Yeah, Ben Rice would be our 3-hole hitter. And then Giancarlo would be cleanup. Jazz Chisholm. I would probably put Spencer Jones. And I would just let him see. I'd start him out as a 6-hole hitter just to see how he's doing. And then, then you worry about your bottom of the lineup is going to consist of your catcher, your shortstop, and your third baseman.
Yeah, and you also got to remember they also have some good backups.
Right.
Zario is back. Caballero will be patrolling. So right now, Rosario is a big Yankee piece. But I got a feeling that there will be. I mean, obviously, there's going to be more, and I have a feeling that our next co-host stream might come true. What he was saying from the beginning, that about, and I'm going to let him say it. I'm not even going to take his credit. Let me bring up and a very serious. How you doing, man? Swinging for the fence.
Up?
How are you, man?
Good. How about you guys?
Well. I put out a short today, George, and with a pounding in my head. And when I get premonitions, I knew something was happening. And sure enough, I said it's now time for the Yankees to move on from Bellinger. Either crap or get off the pot. Mm-hmm. Well, they got off the pot. So now, what you've been saying on our show here may come true. So why don't you go ahead, man? Get the floor. Please tell us what you're feeling right now.
Yeah, I mean, Cody Bellinger is just crazy. Him and Boris, they're crazy. If they really think they are going to get $37 million AAV, something's got to get checked out. There was no way that was going to happen. No way at all. So, I mean, if they want to keep doing this, if they want to go higher and higher, people are saying, oh, they've been so slow this offseason. They haven't re-signed Bellinger. Cashman's been asleep. Cashman has not been asleep. He's been working with Boris, and he got to the point where he said, enough is enough. Like, everyone who's saying that Cashman has been asleep is just ridiculous. If you want Cashman to be awake, if you guys wanted Bellinger signed, give him a $42 million AAV. Mind you, Aaron Judge's AAV, $40 million. Bellinger wants 37. How ridiculous is that? How crazy is that? Now,
right? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll chime in at the end. Go ahead.
Sorry, my headphones have been kind of wonky today, so I might not hear you for a few seconds. But back to what I was saying, that money we're going to spend on Bellinger, where are you going to put it? Where are you going to put that money? Because, even if you don't get Bellinger, you're still going to be able to get something. And you're still going to get a quality player. And I think that quality player is Bo Bichette. I think this is just what the Yankees need. He checks all the boxes. A righty, a leadoff hitter, a contact bat. Bang, bang, bang. It's all Bo Bichette. That is 100% the move for the Yankees. This is the guy who's not even going to break the bank. Bo's going to get $18 to $25 million in AAV. That is not going to break the bank for the Yankees. There is no reason that the Yankees should not sign Bo Bichette, because at the end of the day, this guy changes the lineup so much, Bo Bichette. He makes this lineup so much better. This guy batted .311 last season. How many 300 hitters did the Yankees have? Only one? One? And you add Bo Bichette, he's going to set the table for Judge and whoever you have hitting with him. This is just what the doctor ordered for the Yankees. The reason we lost to the Blue Jays was because they had guys that put the ball in play, didn't strike out, contact bats. Why not we just take one of their soldiers and bring him onto our side? That's exactly what signing Bo Bichette would be for the Yankees. And that's just perfect. It's just the perfect move. And I like that Bo's not really going to break the bank. If you want to get other players to him, if you want to add other pieces around Bo, if you want to add maybe another position player, if you want to add a starting pitcher, Bo allows you to do that. With the kind of money Cody Bellinger is asking for, you're only signing Cody Bellinger, and that's your offseason, which is not nearly good enough for what the Yankees need. They need a change. They need to get more dynamic, more fundamentally sound, and Bo Bichette is the answer.
Okay. Now, George, I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So in Buster Only's report, as well as Ken Rotha, that the Yankees have engaged actively with Kyle Tucker. What would you say if we got if our pivot from Bellinger was Bo Bichette and Tucker?
It's not. They're not going to be willing to spend that kind of money on Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker is going to be so much money, honestly. And he should be, because Kyle Tucker is a superstar hitter. This guy has a top 10 ceiling in the MLB, Kyle Tucker. So he's going to ask for a huge amount of money. The name I like to add with Bichette, why not add an Alex Bregman to the offseason? Why don't you get Bichette and Bregman to add to this lineup? Kyle Tucker, he's a fantastic hitter. Not only is he expensive, but he's another lefty. If we can add more righties to this lineup, that's the better. Imagine if you add Bellinger and hypothetically you add Bregman onto that. McMahon, fantastic defensive third baseman, but he's not getting it done. Why are people saying no to Alex Bregman? If you have actual reasons, like statistical reasons that you don't want Bregman, that's fine. But if the reasons are if he played for the Astros and he played for the Red Sox, that's not good enough. That is not a good enough reason to not sign someone, especially when they had a fantastic offensive season and he's been doing this his whole life. He's a good player. I am so open to Alex Bregman. So open. What position he's going to play? He's going to play third. He's fine defensively at third base, Alex Bregman. He is fine. He's no Ryan McMahon, but if you want someone to play as good enough defense as McMahon, no, I'm trading McMahon. I might even DFA McMahon. Like people are saying, where's McMahon going to play? Why are you playing McMahon? The guy's hitting 200. Why are you playing him if he's batting 200? You look at all these teams. The Blue Jays just added Okamoto. I expect them to also add Kyle Tucker. They added Dylan Cease. The Red Sox made a fantastic trade for Wilson Contreras. That is just what that team needed. The Orioles just added Pete Alonso, and they will probably add another starting pitcher. This whole division is upgrading. Why are you going to live in the past? The Yankees, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. If you bring back Ryan McMahon and you expect a different outcome, you are simply insane, the Yankees. If you expect Ryan McMahon to become an above average offensive player, that's insane. The trade should have never happened, period. You should not have traded McMahon. I love his defense, don't get me wrong, but the Yankees do not need a left-handed hitter who can't hit to save his life. Sure, he hit a big home run in the postseason, but in a 162-game stretch, McMahon is not getting it done. I don't care that Bregman bats 220 in Yankee Stadium. What kind of stat is that? That Bregman bats 220 in a stadium. I see that as a pointless stat that someone bats 200 in a stadium. I really do. You know why? He's not going to be going up against the same pitchers if he's hypothetically on the Yankees. I don't care if someone bats bad in a particular stadium. I don't see that as a red flag at all. I see that as just a pathetic stat, honestly. I don't see that anyway backing up an argument in my book.
Well, I know Bregman did struggle at the stadium, although this year he hit the cover off the ball. Anyway, anything against the Yankees, he hit the cover off the ball. But I mean, just in general, I don't see that happening. But I do see somehow. Now you mentioned about Bo's contract; they are talking $300 million, George. So I don't think that's chopped liver. If the reports are true. Then it's only going to, if they do go for Bo, it's only going to be Bo.
No, I don't think it's not just going to be Bo. But it's not just going to be Bo Bichette. I'm seeing 7 to 8, 180 to 210. I'm seeing on Bichette. The last one that just came out, 280 for 8 years. That's the last one I see.
I think a reporter was just projecting that the 300, because I don't think that was coming from the agent for Bo Bichette. But hey, if we get Bo Bichette and Austin Hayes, because the reason we got McMahon, remember, was after Cabrera got hurt. We had the amateur hour at third base. Joe's favorite player, Pablo Reyes.
Oh God!
Norbert Rivas.
It's a new year. Do you have to mention that name?
Well, then, I mean, I'm just saying, we had him, we had Norbert Rivas at third, and we had Oswald Peraza.
Oh, he sucked.
Yeah. So, we didn't have a third baseman, so we needed a defensive third baseman. Yes, if we end up trading him and getting someone else like Bregman, I'd be okay with it. But at the same time, if we get Austin Hayes and bring up Spencer Jones and platoon in left field, I'm fine with that.
I like Lewis's comment about Nico Horner. That's another name I would love.
Oh, yeah.
Love to have Nico Horner. A guy who batted 297 last year, only hit 7 homers. I don't give a crap that he only hit 7 homers. He had 30 doubles. He had 30 stolen bases. He's a righty. He is a platinum glove defender at second base. That is phenomenal. What the Yankees need. If you want to go an alternative route than Bo Bichette, I don't mind. I don't mind Nico Horner at all. I really don't. This guy is the epitome of what the Yankees need. You need someone who's going to play hard every day. He's going to hustle. He's going to bat leadoff. He's going to set the tone for you. That's exactly what the Yankees need.
Now, George, how about this comment? Max, that this is too drastic. If the Yankees sign another infielder, Volpe has to be DFA'd.
No.
Nah, that's ridiculous. No. Absolutely ridiculous.
Especially when he's not
good on the trade market. Come on, Max. You really hate this guy that much?
I DFA McMahon. You know why? Because of McMahon's contract. Volpe's still on a rookie contract.
Yeah.
If you keep Volpe on the roster, it's not hurting you. If you keep McMahon and his stupid contract on the roster, that's nagging you down.
Mm-hmm.
And Max is saying again, what team would want him? Well, but what team would want him? Max, he's 24 years old. He can be taught a few things, and he's a good listener. But they guided him in the wrong way. Look what they did to Jabba Chamberlain. If you're old enough to remember, a few years back. Come on, man, give Volpe a little break here. Right now, he's not even. I mean, he's your starting shortstop the last 3 years. There's no way they're going to DFA him. Come on,
right? And
it would be insane. That'll be. Oh my God, no way, no way. I don't care how much you hate him.
And here's the thing: since Volpe came up, he's been under 3 or 4 different hitting coaches.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ken from The Ugly Truth. How you doing, Ken? I heard you had a great little barbecue today. I'm hoping that you enjoyed it and the kids and the grandkids enjoyed it. How you doing tonight? George, what are you willing to pay for Horner for 1 year rental? He's a free agent after 2026 season.
what it takes. I think too many people have PTSD from the word rental. They hear rental and they're like, oh no, Juan Soto 2.0. The fact that the word rental scares us so much is a problem. You can't let one player dictate how you view every offseason. And that's what Yankee fans are
Well,
letting Juan Soto do. He lives rent free in your head. He lives
well,
rent free in your head. If the word rental, this is Nico Horner. We're comparing Nico Horner to Juan Soto. I don't care that he's a
I,
rental. You know what I care about? That Aaron Judge is getting older. That Garrett Cole is getting older. All these guys are getting older. I am in win now mode. I am making my offseason. If I was the Brian Cashman, I am making my moves in sight of winning the 2026 championship. I am not going to let Judge go ringless. I have signed Aaron Judge, Max Fried, Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, Giancarlo Stanton. I am not letting those 5 guys come through my organization, wear my jersey, and not get a ring. I am in win now mode. They are not getting any younger. I am winning right now. That's why you look at the last time the Yankees made a rental deal. They made the World Series, and if they played their cards right, actually, and didn't have their head up, you know what? They might have actually won that World Series. I do not care that he's a rental. He is the
well,
one of the best fits for us. No
I
question in
think
my mind.
I think it's not really the Juan Soto rental thing. It was the Alex Verdugo rental that a lot of guys that got snake bit. Because remember, we got Verdugo 24 hours after we got Juan Soto, and then Verdugo really did not play well at all. He didn't even play close to what he did in Boston. You
Yeah.
know, and
Now Max is saying, I'm just wondering what the Yankees would do with Volpe if they signed. But Bo's not going to play shortstop.
That's true.
He's not going to play
Yeah.
shortstop. He's not good enough. You think Volpe was bad? Wait until you see this guy in 162 games at shortstop. Absolutely, you'll be yelling for Volpe to come back.
it'd be a difference between it'd be somewhere in between Volpe and Torres at shortstop.
I do think though, Bo and Volpe long term are gonna they're both gonna have to be second baseman in their career. But with
Oh yeah,
Volpe, like they're already saying when Volpe comes back from his labrum tear, he's not gonna get the job back. They're already saying he's gonna have to fight. They're already starting to move on. He's gonna if he wants to play on the bench, if he's going to play bench, the good thing is he's not going to complain because that's the kind of kid he is. Volpe, I think, is an elite second baseman. I think he's league average at shortstop when he's not playing with a torn labrum. Okay, a lot of people get. I'm not riding Volpe that much, honestly. Last year, as other people, he played with a torn labrum. Like, people
what
are
majority of
complaining
the
about
season?
what?
Yeah, majority of the season because he got injured in May.
Yeah. So, like, the fact that that people are complaining he can't reach first base from the shortstop position, he's playing with a torn labrum. What do you want him to do? He's playing with one of
Then
the most major muscles in your shoulder torn. How's he
right,
supposed to make the throw? And I know Ken's commenting about Judge is going to be a first Hall of Famer without a ring. Right now, I don't care about Judge being a first Hall of Fame, a first ballot Hall of Famer. I care about Judge not joining the Don Mattingly Club and being Yankee captains to not win a ring. That's what I care about. Judge's Hall of Fame, being a first ballot Hall of Famer, that's the last thing in my mind right now. I care about him leading a team. I care about going to a November parade on 161st Street, watching him carry up the trophy. That's what I care about. I don't care about the Hall of Fame right now. I could care less. I could really care less. Because at the end of the day, if hypothetically, and I'm going to say this very strongly hypothetically because I don't want this to be true, if Judge does not win a ring, but he's still a first ballot Hall of Famer, we're going to say, man, what a great generational talent we got to watch. Shame he could have never won a ring. And I didn't get to see Mattingly, but I know damn well people said the same thing about him, how he was a generational player, but never could win, that he never got a ring. So I really just don't care about the Hall of Fame scenario right now. It's the last thing in my mind.
Yeah, we can ask Joe right now.
What? What do you want to ask?
Well, if what George was saying, what are you saying? Man, we're watching a generational talent. Too bad we can't get him a ring. And Don Mattingly.
I already experienced that in Don Mattingly. I already saw that. The poor guy, and then the year with the back that he barely could walk, he had 407 in the playoffs. 407. I couldn't give two hoots about any of that stuff, Hall of Fame or anything. All I want is a championship. And as a fan who pays good money to see these guys, you know, I've paid my share along with being reporting with them. I paid my share of the Yankees, and and I want to win, and I know all of us do. Yeah, and Ken is right. Ken is right. He played for horrible teams. Well, yeah. These Yankee teams aren't exactly Babe Ruth style either.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Well, in all fairness,
run it back.
This is a great discussion, everyone. This is awesome.
The only team that Judge played with that was really fantastic was the team with Soto. That's the only shot Judge had. That's the only legitimate shot Judge had to fully win a ring, besides maybe 2017. Besides then, though, like, no way Judge would have come that close, because he needs more help in this lineup. He needs more help. When we had Soto, Judge wasn't getting intentionally walked every at-bat. Soto was there. The firepower. I just miss that damn team, man. I miss it.
But I mean, and then when you're, in all fairness, though, when Ruth won all those championships, I know he won some with Boston and whatever, but with the Yankees, the only one he won without Lou Gehrig was 1923. Rest of them he won.
Ruth and Gehrig?
Ruth and Gehrig won most of them, but the one that Ruth did not win, or the one Ruth won without Gehrig, was the 1923.
Oh, yeah. But if you check that lineup, it was one of the greatest.
No, I know it. Yeah. I mean, you look at that 6, that Murderer's Row was like 1 through 6.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. And the thing is, we're knocking ourselves out with the Volpe. The man is hurt anyway right now. He's not even a thought. We're thinking about right now building this team. What are we going to look like opening day? Let's forget about for a minute Volpe. Let's forget about everything, but concentrate on what we're going to look like on March 25th, people. I don't care about injury, about Volpe being out till May or June. We want to concentrate right now. What are they going to put on the field on March 25th? That's the most important question right now. We can go on and on with Judge going in the Hall of Fame, not going in the Hall of Fame, unanimous decision. At this point, I don't care about that. I want to win. So
you think Judge cares about that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Well, Judge already said I don't care about the awards. I want to win the championship. So, but again, that's here nor there. Everybody has an opinion. That's fine. But I want to concentrate right now on this show. What is the 2026 Yankee team on March 25th, in your opinion, going to look like? Well, that's what we need to focus on.
Well, right now, what do we got? Judge in right field, Grisham in center, question mark in left. Third base is McMahon. Caballero is our opening day shortstop.
Oh, right.
Jazz is our second baseman. Probably Ben Rice at first, or Nick Torres, question mark there. And then our catcher is probably either Austin Wells or Ben Rice.
Right. And I like Kathy's point. Wells needs to be better as well. I like that. Wells.
Wells needs to find the door and don't come back.
Right.
That might be a little harsh, but
You're with Ken. You're on Ken with that one.
I
Hey.
can't with Wells anymore. Every
No.
offseason, I'm waiting for the kid to do something. Every offseason, and he never does anything. And people go, "Oh, his DRS, his outs above average is high." The only reason that Austin Wells' defensive metrics are good, it's framing. And I could care less about framing. If there is one thing I hate in baseball, is people calling catchers defensively good if all they do is frame. I care about how you block. I care about how you throw. I don't give a crap if you can move your glove like this and get a strike call. Wells does that very well, but he doesn't block. He doesn't throw well. And on top of that, he cannot hit Austin Wells.
Well, at least not consistently.
Not at all. I mean, he had big hits in the
um,
playoffs. I'll give him that, but we said the same thing last year. I'm just done with it. I'm just done with Wells right now.
Well, he started off hot and then cooled off to like ice cold, colder than the Arctic.
Ken is saying the LA Rams touchdown, 25 seconds left. Ken, what's the score, if you don't mind?
34-31, Rams.
Is that and excuse me if I'm oblivious to this, but is that an upset?
Who's winning? The Panthers?
No, the Rams are winning.
Damn it.
But by seeding, it's an upset. But remember, the Panthers had a losing record, and they played in a weak division where every team had a losing record. So, and the Rams won 12 games during the regular season. So, if you go by the record, it's not really an upset because most teams favored the Rams over the Panthers. But it's a 5 seed up beating a 4 seed.
Well, thank you, Ken. Really appreciate it. Excuse my ignorance because I've been concentrating so much on the shows and here, and I apologize, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm not, especially with the Cowboys out, I'm not too hipped on what's going on. That's why I have these guys, the pros, what is going on. So thank you, Ken, for the update. Let us know a final score. We'd appreciate it. And I'm sorry. So go on again, Ken. Thank you so much for that. You said something about the eats. Hey, John, been barbecuing, now watching football. All right. How about watching Yankee news? Where's your short today? Where is your wonderful shorts? We won. Well, come on, man. The Yankees did an impasse. Let's go, Ken.
Well,
and I want to see some video. Rams won, according to Kathy.
Yeah, the Panthers just failed to convert the fourth down with 7 seconds left. So that's Rams ball. So a kneel down and the game's over.
Thank you, Ken. Ken, I have a question for you. You texted me before. Unfortunately, I had a bad headache and I was resting. But you said I broke to you about an outfielder that was traded by the Diamondbacks, and you said we all know that John is a big Diamondbacks fan. Why is he why is he down and a little bit upset on that move? I know McCarthy's a pretty good outfielder. I wouldn't mind having him either. But let us know, Ken, about what's going on with that situation. I think the Diamondbacks made a mistake here, guys. If you guys know anything about Jake McCarthy, he's a very good outfielder.
No, he is a good outfielder, but who did they trade him to? I didn't hear anything about that trade.
I'm not. Again, I just saw it in passing, and I just saw that he was upset. So I'm not sure. Can anybody get that info? I'm not 100% sure on that, guys. But I do know that he is and I saw him get a lot of clutch hits, and he made a couple of nice plays in the outfield. He's robbed home runs. He's done a very, very nice job in center field. And the Yankees don't really need a center fielder, but you know one thing, George, that surprised me right now? Nobody's picked up Harrison Bader. He's out there for the picking.
I think teams that are in on Bellinger, besides maybe the Yankees, are just waiting to see if they get Bellinger or Tucker, and then they're gonna get Bader as like a fallback. Like I could see Bader going back to the Mets. I could see Bader honestly possibly to like Toronto, even though they got Varsho out there who's really good defensively. I don't know about Bader. I mean, I feel like teams are their eyes are a little too big right now. So when all this stuff dies down with Tucker, Belly, maybe then you see Bader go somewhere. I'm interested to see though where he goes. Maybe he goes to like a team like Houston. Just thinking off the top of my head where he could end up, Bader. Houston, maybe. Uh Baltimore, maybe even Baltimore.
They have the other guy though, the guy that they had on the Red Sox and he got hurt. They have enough outfielders.
Who do they have?
Who's that guy? Who's that? He's a strong kid. When he hits the ball, they go. The right-handed power hitter. He got hurt during the season. I forgot his name. Maybe somebody in the chat could bring it up. No, not Ref Schneider. There was another one. There was another guy.
Are you talking about Roman Gonzalez?
No. I'm talking about a right-handed hitter that was on the Red Sox, then signed as a free agent with the Red Sox with the Orioles, and he's a big power hitter from the right side. He's had some pretty good years.
I'm drawing a blank on that.
All right. We're going to need Ken to the rescue on this.
Tyler O'Neill.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah. Okay, O'Neill.
He's not really a center fielder, though.
No, but they have enough. Thank you, Aussie Cola. Thank you, George. Guys, Sherry asks, who's the kid the Yankees picked up? I don't know. They had so many guys.
So they picked up, but they picked off of waivers. They picked up a kid called Caleb Ort from the Astros, who was DFA'd due to the Tatsuya Mai signing. So we claimed him off of waivers. He's a heavy cutter, sweeper, and a couple other pitches, but he's a reliever. He had a 5 ERA. He's also done stints with other teams. But he is a guy that pretty much would be a Matt Blake project.
Well, Ken is updating us. Jake McCarthy is a great lefty hitter, like I said. He was traded to the Rockies. You know, the Rockies are underneath are making these nice little moves. Former Yankee minor league pitcher Josh Gross.
Yeah. But wasn't Gross part of the package deal for that we sent either McMahon or for
we traded Riggio for McMahon.
Oh, we traded Riggio for McMahon, and then we traded minor leaguers for Jake Bird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was it. And Michael says the Bears and the Packers game is on Prime Video for those who are interested in watching it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be called by the legendary Al Michaels.
Yeah, 81
Herb Street.
God bless him. God bless him. You know, I'm just unbelievable how. I mean, and this morning while I was doing a fast short to say good morning to everyone, Nitin from the Nitin Sports Rush was reporting all of these guys the Yankees were signing this morning, and there was some good rookie guys that again the Yankees are going to look at. Spring training is going to be the who's who of rookie guys, and you're going to start seeing like in the first 5 days everybody being released or whatever. But because of the World Baseball Classic, these guys are going to hang on for a little bit because they need bodies.
Right.
You know, who's going to make it? I'm still I am intrigued in watching the kid they got from Mexico. I shouldn't say kid, he's 32, but I'm intrigued with this guy. There's something about this guy that I'm just intrigued. I really am. How about you guys? I know Ken is definitely intrigued.
I'm not.
I want to see what he's got.
I'm intrigued because yes, there's the question because he was a contact guy. I mean, he did hit well and he's Mexican League MVP. I mean, I'm just intrigued to see what he'll do with the Yankees. I mean, he hasn't really had too much MLB experience previously, but hey, I mean, would you rather have a TJ Rumfield, Ben Rice at first base? So I mean, hey, anything he can give us, I would just like to see it.
So let's take a little hedge bet on the side here, guys. Where does Bellinger go?
He goes to the Mexican League. No,
I don't know, man. Bellinger.
Next.
Maybe I could honestly see the Mets.
I can see the Mets, but then also I can see the Dodgers might swoop in and get him.
Possible.
On Nick Torres though, Joe, I'm not really that intrigued, to be honest. I feel like this is just JC Escar as a first baseman, really. A failed prospect turned into MLB ready bat. I don't think he'll be good in the MLB. I really just, he's not. I'm not trying to get my hopes up because I'm hoping that we do more things than just a Mexican MVP, a Mexican League MVP, I should say. With Nick Torres, I just don't see him moving the needle. I don't even see him like being a decent hitter, man. I know he's a righty. I know he did all this in Mexico, but I'm not getting my hopes up over someone who hasn't played MLB affiliated baseball since 2018. It's been 6 years since he's seen MLB pitching. I'm good. I'm going to pump the brakes on Nick Torres. Would love if it works out, but I don't. Ooh, I like Max's take on the Giants for Bellinger.
Let's see. Yeah. They do. Well, it also ups the Phillies.
Yes.
Who lost Kepler now.
Well, he wasn't doing anything.
No, I know.
He should get
Watch
a refund.
the Jays get Tucker and Belly. No, Sherry, absolutely not. They might get one. They're not getting both.
I'd say they get Tucker.
What?
I say the Jays get Tucker. I like the idea of the Giants, honestly, for Belly. I think he would play right, maybe, because Heliot Ramos they have in left might be the worst defensive left fielder I've ever seen. He's awful.
Who's that?
Heliot Ramos.
Oh yeah,
he's a pretty good hitter, but with the glove, he's disturbing. Like, you might have nightmares trying to watch him play left field. So I think Bellinger would probably play left. They could try and turn Ramos even into like a first baseman possibly, or a DH. But Bellinger in San Francisco, I really like that idea. Someone who could just launch balls into McCovey Cove. He'll hit with Devers. Junko Lee's going to have a season. But Joe, I am actually going to jump off right now. I do have some things to catch up on right now. So unfortunately, this is the end of the road for tonight, but I will be back tomorrow for the wrap-up show.
Okay. Well, thank you for your insight. Thank you, George.
Mm-hmm.
You have a wonderful night, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
All right. Night, everyone. Have a good
night.
one.
And the Yankees might make who knows? They might make a big signing tonight or tomorrow.
I'll run back into my studio if they make a signing, and I'll jump on.
You got it. Talk to you soon. Thank you, man. Enjoy the night. All right. Then there were two. So, yeah, Sean, I mean, there's just a lot to say, and a lot of people have a lot to say in the chat. Why don't let's bring a couple of them up. Michael, so far the Yankees have brought a lot of lottery tickets. You buy enough, eventually you might win something, but unlikely anything big. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that, yeah, I mean, there's a point to it. I mean, you got all these depth pieces. You got all these, lottery tickets, so to speak. Eventually, you're going to strike gold at some point. But what we really need to focus on is getting big moves, getting two big bats that can help protect Judge, and then a high end reliever or a starter pitching that can help Max Fried while we wait on Cole and Rodon to come back.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Totally agree. I totally agree. Let's see. Let's go to Chris Cancel. How you doing, Chris? I understand how you feel. Stearns is our Hal Steinbrenner. We are actually the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Possibility. Let's go to Ken. Nick Torres has 5 years in the Padres minor league systems. His numbers were major league worthy. He was blocked by Horner. What's that? Horn,
Nico Horner.
oh, okay, that's right, because he was on the Padres. Good take,
Yeah.
Ken. I like it.
No, and like I said, I mean, Ken brought up great points. The thing is, it's like, hey, I'm looking at this. Something's better than nothing, right? So, whatever he gives us, I'm happy for, but I want to see more moves. But
Well,
I'm not gonna.
not Nico Horner. Sorry, it was Eric Hausner, the guy that was
Oh,
with the
Eric Hausner. Okay, yeah.
right.
Hausner was a good first baseman. Still is.
Yes. Yes, he was a good player. He was World Series and MVP. Isn't it
Yeah.
funny though? A lot of MVPs in the World Series they always get traded the next winter. I always
Yeah.
found that to be
Or
very intriguing.
or if they don't get traded, they end up walking. Like what we should not have done was let Hideki Matsui walk after '09. We should have signed him to at least one more year, and the Yankees should still give him a plaque. My goodness.
Yeah, and Ken brings up Matsui. Yeah, he wins the MVP, and boop, and who did they replace him with? Nick Johnson. Oh yeah. That was a joke in itself. We won't even
Mhm.
get into 2010.
No, we would love them, but
I don't even want to think about it.
now there's the other thing I want to ask. So there's reports that the package for a Peralta and maybe McGill, whatever, we would have to give up both ERC and um Lagrandre.
Right. I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that. Maybe Lagrandre and a couple other prospects and maybe Will Warren, but I'm not giving up ERC for nobody.
No, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. I don't understand it. It's very, very weird. I'm looking over right now the stuff that's being reported or non-reported. Let's see. Well, let's see. It says here Yanks were hoping to re-sign a veteran outfielder, Bellinger. The team is now seeking additions elsewhere. Sources say this is Buster only.
Yeah, Buster Only. He's a he's a quality. He's a beat writer that you can trust. He doesn't just throw out misdirection everywhere. Um, but
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
it,
I'll
it,
tell you right now, who becomes a big Yankee ploy is definitely Ben Rice. Ben
mhm.
Rice now is going to be a big player on this Yankee team. Let me ask you guys and everybody in the chat. Let me ask you, Sean, do you trust him?
So far, Ben Rice has um been all right. He's shown a lot of good, and he's taken advantage, and he's been clutch. But at the same time, he's a young guy, and you remember his rookie year when he first came up in lieu of Rizzo's injuries. He hit 3 homers off the Red Sox, and then he went ice cold. And he couldn't hit nothing. But his last year, he was much better, much improved. He doesn't have long stretches of being like terrible slumps, but at the
Right.
same time, he's a free swinger. If they can get him to cut down and have more discipline at the plate, he'll be a great player in this league.
Yep. Max is saying Ben Rice had the third highest OPS last season on the Yankees. All right. The only thing that I question is his discipline. I don't like some of his pitch selections, especially when we have bases loaded or runner on third and we need somebody to come in from third base. That has to change. And my only fear is, what happens in sophomore years. And Michael says,
Yeah.
wait until the July trade deadline is a very, very bad move. Yeah, well, obviously they got to get through the first 4 months, April, May, June, and July. So they have to get
Right.
through that.
But we gotta strike hard on offense. And hey, one more arm in the bullpen and one more and an arm as starting rotation. But we need two guys to help because are you really gonna put the pressure on a kid like Ben Rice, who's serviceable first baseman and a decent catcher, and then we're gonna put the pressure on him to be protection, production wise for Aaron Judge?
Right. And the other thing about Rice is he's a very unlucky player. He hits those bullets right at somebody or in front of the warning track, or so he has a lot of bad luck. You turn that in, you turn that 50% into hits. You'll
Right.
see his average skyrocket a little bit.
Yeah, and I agree with Ken's point here. Rice is serviceable at first base, and he was mentored by one of the greatest first basemen that was on the active, major leagues, and that's Paul Goldschmidt. So you're looking at you got a guy that's mentored. You can throw him on there, and then yes, you got the backup guys like Nick Torres and a few others. But the thing is, I would rather get veteran guys that you can get in there and take that pressure off him. He's shown flashes where he can come through in the clutch for us, but there are times when the clutch moment is coming and he starts swinging out of his shoes.
Now, Christopher Cancel says Max Powers, Winkler is a clubhouse guy. That's a positive. I guess that's the guy that was with the Mets.
Yeah, that's the guy with the Mets.
Max is saying Michelle Osuna. Now, I would like him, but his attitude, I'm worried about in the Yankee locker room. Although people like Judge and Judge and Garrett Cole will straighten them out.
Well, yeah, and John Carlo has a presence too. So
Yes.
Judge, I think a lot of people don't realize with Judge. I mean, we want him to be more vocal sometimes. Our fans do. But Judge is like Jeter in a sense of Judge leads by example, and if he's gonna call out his teammates after giving them a chance to do whatever, he's gonna do it behind closed doors. He's not gonna call them out openly, not in the press, definitely. That's just not the Yankees' way. You're muted there, Joe.
Yep. I heard Rodon got hurt. What happened? Well, he had a little surgery done that he didn't want to go all year without.
Right.
So they took care of that.
So what had happened is that he needed to get his elbow cleaned up, like bone shape or whatever. Which is a four, if he would have just kept going without getting that procedure done, he'd probably end up with the needing Tommy John, and then that's not good.
Max is going. Maybe the Yankees should take a flyer on Suarez instead of Bregman.
Well, I have to. I mean, I love Eugenio Suarez, but we got to see what the offer would be. What the price tag for Eugenio Suarez is, and would he be fine with the 3-year deal or 5-year? Whatever.
Yeah, we have a. Hold on a second. Okay, go ahead.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, but Ken would definitely tell us. I mean, Eugenio Suarez is an excellent player, and I wouldn't mind having him. He's a great bat, perfect guy. But I can't remember if he's a right-handed or left-handed bat.
Right. Well, right-handed.
Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely right-handed.
I mean, I would love to have him, but then that means we got to trade either Jazz or. Well, no, we'd have to trade McMahon at that point.
I'm just intrigued right now. I'm just intrigued right now. What really about this lineup? I mean, obviously now the Yankees have this money to spend on other players. No Bellinger. So what? Where did they pivot? I mean, let's concentrate on that for a few minutes. If you were the Yankees, everybody in the chat, and in all sincerity, where do you pivot, and what? I'd like to hear Ken's point of view too. Ken, give me one or two players right now you would love to see the Yankees pivot now that they have like $200 million more to play with. So what's your and everybody else, please chime in. Sean, what do you think?
Oh, I mean, I would engage in talks with Tucker, but I would also engage in talks with Austin Hayes. Um, and then yeah, I mean, and then you do kick, you do try with the Bo Bichette, but it's a crowded infield. But we do need help with the outfield, so I would go for there. And the first two would be Tucker or Austin Hayes, and maybe even see about a reunion with Harrison Bader. I know he's a center fielder, but he might just move over and play left field. That's like playing center field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. That's a good point. That's a very good point. But we'd have to see what now make a trade for Duran from the Red Sox. Okay. All right. So I mean that's not bad because he'd be a Yankee Stadium type of hitter. The problem is I'm afraid what we give to the Red Sox will be too much. You know, the Yankees, they'll give somebody that's gonna, is gonna come back and haunt us. Cruise Control says Tucker, Hayes, Beta plus Zach Gallen. That's what he would do.
I mean, Zach Gallen's an arm, and yes, I would love to have him on. Even if he's a guy you could have on a short term deal, a 2-year deal, 16 mil or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm very surprised in this. Nobody's picked up Sir Anthony Dominguez, and that's a little surprising in my eyes.
Yeah.
What is that all about? What is that all about? I'm a little surprised about that. How about you?
No, I'm surprised about that too, and I'm just wondering what would Ken's package for Duran be?
Yeah, that I'm interested in knowing myself. Yes. What would be your package to that, Ken? Breaking news, Joe Henry. Oh, please with this Joe Henry stuff. Come on. We're having a fun conversation, a good conversation. No wrestling right now. Let me see. If players don't sign, what happens to them? Nothing. They stay out there and they stay in shape. And they just keep moving on. They keep moving on. Let's see. Red Sox are trying to move either Duran or Abreu because with the long-term deal with Roman Anthony. So we'll see. I don't know. That is a good point. Duran, I can see is obviously. I mean, I guess he would definitely be our leadoff hitter, and once he hits the ball, he'll be on third base.
Right, Duran would be a perfect leadoff guy. But also, would you be okay with Abreu?
Yeah, he has a lot of potential, and in Yankee Stadium, it might feel well. It might fit well. it might fit well with that. I'm not 100% crazy about it. I'd rather have what Ken said. Michael said, I'm very surprised about Dominguez because he's about the only decent free agent reliever left.
He is, but I guess sometimes he's had long stretches of when he gets shelled out of the pen. But then
Mm-hmm.
at other times, yeah, he's a very solid guy. And what if we did pick him up
Yeah.
and you throw him in with the back end of our pen?
Good question. Good question, Sean. I don't know. It's kind of strange, but some of these questions have got to be answered one way or the other. Let's see. Here's a scouting report. Duran, speed good, good contact hitter, and movement towards youth and speed. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And he went
And
from center field to left field. So that would be a big upgrade in left field. He's a good left fielder with a pretty decent arm. Hey,
yeah.
more money, how you doing? How's it going? Welcome to the stream.
And all yeah, and our leadoff issues would be solved. So that would be awesome. But then hey, if we can give them whatever pitching or whatever prospect they want, hey, I'm all for it.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. While so many people are here, I want to just make sure let everybody know. Please don't forget to subscribe to NY Yankee Mania. Very important to us, and the content, we really appreciate it. Anybody that's in the eye right now, please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel now. Now's a great time to get in. There's so many upcoming shows we're going to be doing. Tomorrow night we have our great, really, and you asked for the show, as always, a wrap-up show every Sunday night at 8 p.m. And that is always a big hit. And who knows, tomorrow might be some Yankee news, some valid Yankee news for all we know. For all we know, something is going on right now. Travis says, let's get Bo. Let's get Bo. Well, something's going to develop. We now know that Bellinger is gone. So, unless there's they wake up and say, hey, wait a minute, I don't want to leave the Yankees. And then now I don't
Unless Bellinger says, Boris, whatever the Yankees just accept it, or you're fired, then yeah, he's probably gone.
Yeah, and again, I don't see that. So it's weird. It really is.
But hey, what if we do wake? Tomorrow comes and hey, breaking news: Bellinger decides to sign with the Yankees.
That would be weird. That would be something I wouldn't expect at all. I wouldn't expect that.
Yeah.
I think now seriously his days with the Yankees is numbered. It's done, and they're going to move on. Obviously that's it. Moving on.
And hey, it's him and Boris that screwed the pooch. Not Hal, not Brian Cashman, not the Yankees. Because when you offer a player 30 million, when technically the market for him is like maybe 28 on the generous side,
right?
But then you're saying, well, no, I want that for 8 million. I want 37 million for 8 years, 7 years. No, that's ridiculous. Ain't nobody gonna pay that. If you want to get money, go to Mexico or go to Japan somewhere.
Oh yeah. More and more money says he loves the show, and please send it out to everyone. Ask them to subscribe. I really appreciate that. We all appreciate that, everyone. And we did come on for you guys tonight, so please reward the show. Press the like button on your way in and out, and of course, subscribe to the channel. That we would really appreciate. So, Sean, we've been on for wow, where did the time go? An hour and 20 minutes. Wow. It's crazy. Again, someone new here, Raul Parara. How you doing? Don't forget, press that like button, notification button, and subscribe on your way in and out. Travis, the only way we'll come back later if there's more Yankee news. We can't be repetitious and say the same thing over and over again. The Yankees make a decent move or any move, they add a player, they lose a player, then we have a good chance of coming on. Otherwise, we got all day tomorrow. And, of course, we have our wrap-up show, which the link is already out, everyone. You want to get your questions out, let's do that. And, we'll stay on top of it. Promise you. You know that. We will stay on top of all of this. Again, Sean, we could beat ourselves on the head, but at least now this week, there's a lot to talk about tomorrow night on the wrap-up show. So we're going to talk about, so the Yankees finally, we knew what they were doing when they waited for the arbitration cases are all done. So that's a talking angle.
Right.
So that, that's one. Now we're talking about possibly no more Bellinger. That's another one. So tomorrow night is going to be very interesting with all of the co-hosts shining in on all of this news. And so you need to come back definitely tomorrow at 8 p.m. right here on NYYANKEE Mania. And of course, press that like button so YouTube knows you care about the show. And they could definitely send it out. So do us a favor. We had a big response tonight, and I really appreciate that. So, well, in all honesty, Sean, our job was well done tonight. And what about some thoughts from you as we put a wrap on this wonderful stream that we had?
Well, we already covered a lot. The Yankees, we're just interested to see what their pivot is, but we're right there for you. Guys, come be ready tomorrow night. Maybe we'll have more info along at 8 p.m. with our weekly wrap-up show, where we're going to cover all things. And right now, the Bears just took a 3-0 lead on the Packers. Lambeau Field, or not Lambeau Field, but a Soldiers Field in Chicago. So, the rest of this NFL wild card weekend is going to be interesting. But yeah, the Yankees, to see what their next pivot. I just want to see what their first move is, and then we'll see what we go for. But yeah, we done said what we could say. And hey, good riddance with Cody Bellinger. I wish you well. But hey, you did it to yourself, not us.
Yeah. This week it'll be a significant week because now not only are the Yankees individual tickets coming out, the Yankees season tickets have to be paid. It's going to be interesting. I have a feeling they will do well. And Travis, we had Iron Eagle on this week, and next week we're going to have his son, who's going to be on, who's a big play-by-play man on NBC Sports. So there is Noah Eagle's going to be on with us, and
he also does with CBS.
CBS, right? So a lot of stuff going on here, guys. So we're going to leave you with this basically. Tomorrow night's action-packed wrap-up show is going to be really, really good. I definitely urge you to come, and because we're going to have the whole caboodle. Sean will be here. Evan hopefully will be here. Nitin will be here. The rest of the crew, Johnny Salami maybe. George already said he's coming. Evan is, as like I said, hopefully. So there's a lot that we have to look forward to, and there could be news. Just remember, It doesn't matter with the Yankees if it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. They're going to make a move. They're going to make a move. I've seen it on New Year's Eve. I've seen it on Christmas. I've seen it on Easter. I've seen it on all kinds of holidays. So nothing stops signing a player or making a free agent signing or a trade. With that in mind, everyone, thank you so much. First of all, Sean, thank you so much for spending time with us and being with us for this added show that you people wanted. It was a great stream. We had lots of interaction. And again, we'll stay on top of the news all night, all day tomorrow, and so on and so forth. So worst case scenario is that we will see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. More than likely, I'll do something in the morning to wake up everyone and give you the latest that we have in the morning. And we'll see you then. So God bless you all. God bless America. Sean, have a safe night tonight. We love each and every one of you. Let's go Yankees, and let's see what the next move is. Your move, Yankees. Your move. So let's do it. Good night, everyone.